Sounds good. What do you think about the coaching session? How was it?
I have done other VOD reviews recently, and I think this is the best one that I learned a lot, so thank you about it. My goal currently is to hit Challenger as soon as possible, but mainly what I want to reach this season is 700 LP.
What's going on, guys? Besides here, into this video we are going to learn the most important fundamentals that will get you out of low elo. Wave management, recoil timings, macro techniques and more will be displayed in this video, so make sure you watch till the end. The tips can be applied for any rank. Remember that what you're seeing right now is a premium personalized coaching session. This guy booked his coaching with me when he was hard stuck in silver 2 with around 45% win rate. Right now, after around 2 weeks, he climbed instantly to gold 2 just from one coaching session. This is another person that climbed from platinum to master tier with my coaching. Here is another guy, gold to master tier, currently actually pushing for grandmaster with my coaching. Are you tired of feeling stuck in your current rank and unable to climb the ladder, or do you find yourself struggling to convert winning games and make progress? If you're serious about improving in League of Legends and you want to get your gameplay to the next level, go ahead and book your own personalized coaching session and start instantly. I'll see you in the session. Went for the invade right here, and so you went for blade into potion. That's fine. Right here, I didn't like that you didn't like this one was a bit greedy, as in like when you see them right here, you don't see pike yet, so you have to like position yourself very well. Like right now, you woke up back, but you could have just walked up on this angle a little bit more on this because you saw pike right now, and then right here. You shouldn't really stop to actually auto attack. You see this? You should have like tried to get stunned here. Because if you don't, so you see what I did here? You try to stop yourself to auto attack instead of just keep running. So here, you know you're gonna get stunned. So it would be better to like get stunned here compared to getting stunned right here. So I wouldn't really turn back. And then when the fight starts, I would, right now, when I see this target, right now, I would proc cleanse. Ghost. Because you know that this guy gonna flash, so if you have ghost, you can just follow up without flash. Or if you have to flash for him and you have the ghost resets of a kill. So now, if you ghost, like, well, if you had ghost, you see, you could have get that kill. And then here, again, same thing, ghost. You could have get this kill as well, I think, with ghost. And then now you should also use the potion, because it's very, very bad playing macro. This is good. Yes, and you also get hooked. Let's see. So positioning with the echo is one. It can be perfect, and obviously this is analyzation challenger level. Like if you wanna be super clean. So here, don't stop. Pro ghost very early. Like I would pro ghost right now. I would pro ghost when I see that there is a very reliable chance that I can kill him. Okay, good. Potion. I like that you go into the brush, because they had no vision, and then here you should just flash over the wall here. Either flash over the wall and try to kill him over the wall. If you stay right here, you do have the range, or just flash here. Just flash here, kite him like this, go into this brush, because they only have ward this brush. Rocket potion, you're gonna kill this guy, get excited, and then you can go on the others. Because here I think you forgot about the hook, and you see potion, you see ghost, you see flash, like you didn't really use anything. So I'm pretty sure you could have get minimum 2 kills here, if not 3. And you could have just made a little bit of a difference there. Then you go in the lane. Let's see how many auto attacks you're doing. Based on the matchup, I think that having prio in early game is very important, right? Jinx against Spike Vayne. So personally, I would do only 4 auto attacks on the red buff. And I'm thinking, when I'm thinking how many auto attacks should I do, I'm thinking about 2 things. One, I'm thinking, do I want to get priority early on? And Jinx against Vayne, Pike, if you get pushed in and they get level 2 advantage, it will be tough, because they can force your flash early very easy if they get prio. So you don't want to give prio level 1 in this matchup. So I would do only 4 auto attacks. Usually challenger players, what they should be doing as well, they should also think about the volatility of the jungle matchup. So does it matter if you go for a 7 auto attack leash when you play a Mumu against Echo? Does it matter to get tempo advantage? What do you think? No, so I wouldn't really go for 7 auto attacks. You see, I'm just thinking about the jungle matchup volatility. Okay, if it's Elise into Lee Sin or needly or stuff like, okay, maybe I would consider going for more hits if I know that my matchup is not going to be influenced. And of course, if you want to be high level, you should also think about the top matchup, because if you think that if you think Amumu can do 3 camps into top and gank Gwen, you might as well just give a bit better leash so he has tempo advantage. I would never do it when I have Garen with Gwen. I would do it maybe when I have like Fiora into Jax with Ignite or stuff like that, or like Darius with Ghost against Jax, or like Wukong with Ignite against, like some volatility that you know is gonna fight. Queen top with Ignite against Vayne. You know that if you do a better leash and Amumu ganks top and kills Vayne, it's over for her. So then in that case I would leash more. So you wanna see the leash base, you wanna like you do more auto attacks on the leash, the more it matters for the jungle to have tempo lead, and the more important is the top matchup volatility. So you have to think about the jungle matchup, the top matchup, and then bot matchup. So you don't want to make sure you leash more to win top but you lose bot. I wouldn't do that. You just want to think about all of those things. In this case, I don't think it matters, so I would just go for 4 auto attacks very fast and then go on the lane, because you want to get prio. And it doesn't matter if Gwen gets, like Amumu gets tempo in a Garen Gwen matchup. So you do leash.
Garen Gwen is not sorry if I interrupt you. It's not like a very
yeah, exactly.
But
it's not. This is why you shouldn't do too much leash.
Okay.
You shouldn't do. You should do it if you think Amumu can gank top lane and he has to gank fast, but he shouldn't. Gwen is like, how can Amumu can Gwen? He can just W away.
Okay,
it's impossible. I mean, to be honest, Amumu should never start bot, but that's another story. Why wouldn't he path towards bot lane when he can play around bot? He knows that Jinx has prior first 3 waves. He knows that top lane you can never gank. He knows that he can dive bot Vayne extremely easy on 3 waves, and if you kill Vayne right there, you have Rel, a lot of CC, and if you get Vayne behind, there is no one that can carry in this composition against our composition late game, because Kiana, even if she's really fed, she can't carry against Gwen, Amumu, Rel, Jinx, let's be honest. So if Vayne gets behind, game is over. So I think he should never path bot. But yeah, so rule of thumb, when you're leashing, think about your lane very hard, think about the jungle volatility, think about top lane volatility, and maybe think about doing a worse leash if top lane doesn't matter in the game and jungle matchup doesn't matter, and give a better leash if you have an easy lane and they have a very top lane high volatility matchup. So that's how high elo players should be thinking. Okay, you go in the lane. Okay, I like that you're not really hitting yet. Let's see what you're gonna do. Very good Q, and then now you should be walking up. This is good. This is good. Very good auto attack. I like that you're not hesitating. This is really good. Very good. Don't hit the minions, just punish. Really good. I don't like that you're actually auto attacking the Pyke. No reason to, because he's gonna heal, right? He's gonna heal instantly on the brush. So here you should just not auto attack Pyke. You should fake pressure. Stay here. Fake pressure Pyke. Shouldn't really hit him. And when Vayne stays here, you just hit Vayne. Because I don't like that you're hitting you're using the cooldown of auto attack on a Pyke that is gonna go into the brush and regenerate. So here, if this is Gumayushi, he's gonna just like tether here, and then he's just gonna go on the Vayne auto attack. Okay, this auto attack on the minion is very unnecessary because you already get prio. Like now, you don't need this auto attack. You already get prio. There are 2 minions right here against 3, but there is no way Vayne is gonna actually get access to the wave with Pyke being in the brush and you being behind of the minions. So in my opinion, you should not hit the minions at all. You see this? Because you hit the minions, now you have to last hit, so now Vayne tumbles in. So I don't think you should have like hit the minions at all there. Okay, so this is actually big. Okay, yeah. That brush, okay, this hook doesn't hit. That brush should have been worded like right now. You should place a word preemptively, because like now you face checked. Like you face check, you should just back off behind of the Rel, let the Rel tank, and then play from there. Let's see if you use potion instantly. And you should also use ghost instantly right now, because they're gonna chase you. Okay, you just flashed. Okay, that's even better. But no potion right here for now, which is bad. So it didn't play it good, micro. Like you hit too much the Pyke. You should hit more Vayne there, because in this lane, when you have Rel, Pyke is really useless level 1 with Vayne. against Jinx, because Vayne always loses the control of the wave. Always against Jinx. Jinx is really OP level 1 on 1-on-1, and if Pyke can't hit the hook, Vayne can't do anything. So if you just zone, it's gonna be a lot better. If you just zone and not throw your auto attacks on Pyke.
Okay.
And then now we just lost flash, and this is very bad. I don't know where the Echo is patting, but if he's patting to bot lane, he can easily do 3 camps into bot lane, and if he kills you, because Pyke has flash advantage on you right now, he just E-flash, you're always dead, and your game is over. And it's gonna be very hard to win, because you have no knock-up in the team, like you only have Rel, but that's all. So if Yasuo gets ahead, it's gonna be hard for him to play against Vayne. And Gwen, and also Pyke.
Okay.
So you push, good. Okay. I don't like that you don't really leveling up E. Yeah, okay, so you didn't really play it good. So, you get level 2, this is good. Here, W or E? What is better here?
The E.
The E, exactly. In this case, E is better, level 2. So you should E instantly, and you should use right, not now, because she missed it. Now. Put it like this. Boom, boom, boom. So she has to go like this, but Pyke is also rooted.
Okay.
Super important. Or just put it like this and just go on Pyke, because Pyke is gonna run like this. You can just ghost and you can run like this on Pyke and you can just hit him. That's also an option, but I would just put it on Pyke because he's stunned. Because here you see the E.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's really bad. And you also forgot about the ghost. Super late ghost. Super late ghost. Yeah, very micro could have played a better man. Like here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you ghost here, don't turn back. Run. Because here, this auto attack doesn't do anything. Just run. You buy 5 more seconds. You'll still die, but you buy 5 more seconds. Because now you die faster, which means Vayne right now. Look at the Vayne right now. Okay, let's see if you see. Imagine you buy 3 seconds more. This guy, the rail is gonna hit her in the meantime, right? Look at this. Like here, just run. If you don't turn back here, she doesn't kill you here. You see this?
Okay.
So what happens here if you buy a little bit more time?
Rel kills Vayne.
Exactly. In this case, there are some pro players that would build boots, which personally I don't have an opinion about that, but you can, because Jinx has a really good spacing, and I feel like you're a very good player mechanically. So if you want to space on Vayne better, you just go boots, refillable potion, ping, and you're good to go. Because if you think about it in terms of poking, longsword is feeling good, like feels good, but if you get boots, you're gonna have easier time to dodge the hook of the Pyke, which is important in this specific case because you have no sums against Echo Pyke. So you will be in trouble, and you just want to play weak side for now because Amumu already gave you. Like Amumu doesn't play bot. So I think getting boots is also a good option. Getting a pink is also a good option because Amumu left to weak side. You don't have flash against Pyke, so I think it's fine to get pink here.
Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like when I play in team play, I usually buy more pinks, but when I am in solo queue, I don't usually buy them, and I would like to know your opinion about pinks in solo queue, especially as an AD carry, because I feel like it's often a wait because it slows my build.
Yeah, for sure. In solo queue, I wouldn't buy too many controllers unless I really need it. Like in this for this specific situation, when they have a Pyke, and when I play Jinx without flash against Pyke Echo, and my jungle just paths towards Garen Gwen, like he's completely griefing with the pathing, you know that the next pathing is probably gonna be towards top again. You're playing weak side right now. So in this specific case, I would buy a pink ward, yes. In this case, usually no. I would get my power spike. I would buy one every 2-3 bases, but I wouldn't stress too much about it. But in this specific case, with these specific win conditions, with these specific resources that are not given to you, and with what happened level 1 and everything, in this case I would buy.
Okay.
But it's not something that I would consistently do. Okay, so you're trying to crush. Good, you have no idea what is the jungle. We don't know where he started. Okay, a bit greedy here with the push. Do you know what is the jungle here?
No, but I think that if the jungler comes, their AD carry can't really follow because of the big wave.
I see.
So I am doing it for that reason.
I see. And here you're
And now we
checking.
see Pike, by the way. So I know that he isn't there.
You know where is Spike?
Yes, we saw in top.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
my
He's
minimap
top.
is on the left, so
Okay.
I
He's on top. Okay, that sounds good. Then you just like punish. This is good. You just push. This is very good. Pike completely grifted.
yeah. That
What's the
is
reason of the word, by the way?
because Pike will eventually come after that play, and I could spot the jungler if he decides to v2.
Yeah, but you don't need to ward right now. You see Pike was just seconds ago top and Echo is top. So you don't need to ward now. Now you can just push.
Okay.
Like you don't need to waste that time. Like here you have 4-5 minions, you can just push. You can get the wave and 2-3 auto attacks on the tower.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You see? Like you can
Yeah,
use
yeah.
that time. Okay, Pike is still top. And then
That
here,
is-
let's see. So how is the wave right now?
It's pushing towards me.
True. So what can you do with it? Hey Invictus, welcome.
I could freeze it and make she lose some CS, but in my opinion, currently as Jinx, what I like to do is perma shoving every time I can for taking plates.
Okay. So here
so
you
it's what-
shoved or you slow push?
Okay, here I slow pushed.
Yeah,
but
so this is...
here I slow pushed, but a thing that I like to do a lot is to just push as much as I can and to take advantage.
Interesting.
This is my currently playstyle with the champion.
Okay, so right here, like you can let the waves to come into you because Spike is top and you can make Vayne lose. But if you wanna look to kill these minions and build a slow push into them and crush 3 waves, it is better to crush 3 waves into the tower faster because you're gonna be able to get plates. So you can let the wave to come into you now, or you can kill them intentionally and just crush 2 or 3 waves depending on what Pike does. The only thing that I would do, I would check top to see what's going on there. If Pike is full HP, Echo is full HP, that means they will probably keep pushing and get plates. If Pike is low HP, Echo is low HP, they will probably recall and going bot. In that case, I will probably let the wave come into me. So first, I would look top, see what is going on, take the information, think about the jungle, what he wants to do in the next 45 seconds, think about what the enemy support wants to do in the 45 seconds. I would press tab to see if Pike has Moby Boots already, and then I would decide if I want to let the wave to come into me, or if I want to push. I would always want you to push if you're safe, but there are some situations when Pike is super low right here, Echo is super low right here, they have Moby Boots on Pike, so if you're gonna try to break this slow push into you, just to push, you will die.
Okay.
You see, so those are all of the factors that I would take into consideration when I push this wave. And I would also press tab to see if Kiana starts boots, but usually doesn't.
It makes sense.
Very important. For your lead, it's always better to push, but unfortunately he didn't press tab, and I was right. Pike was low. Well, he actually died. I don't know why he's ganking mid, but... And then you pushed. It doesn't feel like you... So here, how much do you want to crush, or what do I want to do with the wave? Because it feels like you're very confused. Like, look at this. So now, I thought you just want to kill these minions and look to slow push, right? But you're hitting the minions, so you're not slow pushing. You're hitting the cannon. And then here you're waiting. So you're not pushing, but you're not slow pushing. Look at this.
It's a bit because I want to... it seems like I want to slow push, but at the same time I'm trying to make her lose CS as much as possible by standing in front of her.
So why are you hitting the minions now?
It's because in my head, if I hit those minions, the CS like in the front do not die. At least no one die. Some dies, but not everyone. So I let the cannon because it can create a bigger wave, and my CS die less.
True, but if you're gonna kill the minions faster, your wave goes faster into his tower, so he's gonna get more minions, right?
I didn't understand.
So if you kill the minions faster,
Yes.
you're gonna crush faster, which means Vayne is going to get more minions. If you leave these minions to be alive, they will hit our minions longer, which means more minions are gonna die. So Vayne loses more.
What I was thinking is actually to build a big wave as much as I can for having more time to attack the tower, no?
True.
That was my idea.
So then why are you hitting the minions here? Because if you wanna wait the next wave to build it, you're gonna do it better if you're in this position compared to if you push it a bit and you're gonna need to crush here.
But if there is the cannon wave, isn't it fine to last it there? Because I don't feel like wave really advances.
To last it who?
If this is a cannon wave, I feel like I can push a little bit the tanker CS before and let like the casters and the cannon alive. So even if I do it, the wave doesn't really advance.
So you kill the minions or you just chunk them?
I like kill the first three, the ones that are melee.
So what's
And
gonna
I
happen then?
Then I like left the 3 casters and the cannon alive, and I lasted them, so the wave doesn't take that much damage, but at the same time it doesn't advance, so I can create a bigger wave. Like here I feel that my wave didn't advance that much, and I created a bigger wave.
Yeah, you have 4 minions of a minion wave. You don't really have a big wave. The cannon is also chunked. So what you did is like you don't even have a full wave of the minions. You don't even have half of a wave because this is low HP. This is like very low HP.
Okay.
So I feel like this is bad executed. Like even if you're killing the melees, which again I don't think it's good. You're just, it feels like there are many clicks that don't make sense. For example, right here, why are we tanking the cannon? 1 auto attack on the cannon, 2 attacks on the cannon looks at you for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Again, we're tanking minions. Why are we tanking minions? Because these minions should auto attack your minions, not you. And then here, okay, so no, okay, so let's say you did your thing. When do you wanna crush this?
Right now.
Right now, but it doesn't look like you're crushing it. You should use your Q. You should use your auto attack and use your Q. Look at you, you're just waiting. Look at this, you're just zoning. You
Yeah,
see
that
this?
is true.
It's very confusing. It doesn't feel like you have a very clear.
Maybe I was scared to lose CS.
I see. Yeah, and then here you didn't really achieve anything, as you can see with your slow push.
Yeah,
You give all of the farm to the Vayne. So next time when you have a slow push into you, just check Pike, and if Pike you see Pike is busy for a long time, you can crush 2 or 3 waves. You can make a huge wave and crash it in the tower. But if you don't have that much time, just let the waves come into you and freeze. Let Rel be here. Tell him to just recall in the brush when he's gonna be scared, and he can just zone Vayne. And Rel can just go to mid lane here or top lane, whatever he wants. After level 3. That's what Rel should do right now. Recall in this brush, when he's gonna be very scared to actually ward the brush, you're gonna zone, and it's just over. So I feel like we didn't really have a very clear path what to do. And this is why we also died here. Okay, the E is again very bad here. Like you should already use your E. Like the moment when you should use your E, is now. You should use E, E, E right here. Because if Pike is gonna get hit by it, that's fine. But if Vayne is you have chompers here, Vayne has to do this. Because now, look at it. And this is why they killed the Rel almost. You forgot about the potion as you're fighting as well, so this is the second time. And also like many micro mistakes. Look at this. Who should we focus here?
Pike.
Exactly. He just E'd in. Like this guy isn't thing. So any auto attack on the Vayne, you see this? Doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, this is true.
And then you should also use your potion as you're fighting, as I said. And let's see. Good. A lot of hesitation clicks. Here, who is winning this?
Me.
True. So who should you click where? Like, where should you click?
Into the bush.
True.
Yeah, I don't know what was that.
Okay, good. Where should you click after you kite her? Like this or like this?
Like up.
Up, exactly. Why are we clicking here? You have a word in the brush. You can stay into the brush if you want, but I would stay here. Why are we clicking like this? Okay. Yes?
I don't know. I think that I still had to understand if she wanted to follow the Rel to chase her.
I see, but you see her clicking, right?
Yeah.
Because she's going like she's giving it up. Like now you wanna understand, but now she clicked one, and then she clicked two. Like she's definitely going to back off.
Yeah.
And you really forgot to potion the whole fight. Wow.
Yeah, that is weird.
And then he didn't think about the Echo Flash, right?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can like play some situations and think about like the enemy has flash. It's not bad. It's a bit overthinking sometimes to like play a fight and expect you getting flashed on, because you're gonna have to be paranoid. But I think what I could have done right here is that you should just look to W. You shouldn't really like walk up and auto attack. Even though you have little tempo, W is still a lot more range.
It makes sense,
right? Because and as you can see here, did you use it? Okay, so you use the potion. Okay, let's see when we use it. Right now we're using it. Yeah, but it's it's a bit iffy. Okay, and then you get pickaxe. Personally, I would probably get boots here in this specific situation, because Pike feels like he's roaming a lot. So I think the lane is just push, get plates. So I think that it's not bad to get like boots and double longsword or something like this. But it's not bad what you took. I like pickaxe, longsword a lot. Okay. How is your bot wave here?
I don't see how many casters are alive.
We don't look, right? Oh, I think 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't look.
Yeah, it should be freezing for them.
Because the thing is, do you like going mid lane against Kiana level 6? You're just gonna get one shots. You don't have flash. Okay,
well, my idea here is to just take the wave and then go bot again, no?
Okay, I see. So then why didn't you look at the wave? Because maybe if it wasn't frozen, Yasuo shouldn't need to crush. If there only was 3 casters here and the wave is coming into you, you can just let Yasuo go to mid lane, then you can just go bot lane.
In this situation...
Because if you go mid now, you understand that Kiana has an edge to kill you, because this is a cannon wave, so she's most likely gonna turn 6 on it. So once you're gonna take it, she has a chance to actually wait you right here, and she's gonna kill you. So you have to recall and just go to bot. So you're giving her an edge.
Yes.
A small edge that she can abuse if she's like high low.
I mean, I don't feel like she can kill me because she doesn't have good items, but
you think
I understand your point.
With the ignite? Because you're level 4, you understand that, right?
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah, you really carry, so be very careful of that. Okay, so you push this. You look there, and then you just give up the wave, which is lovely. Nice. Okay. And then here, do we return to bot? Okay, this is good jumpers. Very good. Good kiting. Good mechanics, good mechanics. Okay, I like the W. Good clicking, good mechanics. And then you just return to bot, you push. Then it's just so going bot. Actually keep pushing bot. Mid, sorry. This is not bad. Kiana is dead, she has no TP. It's good to push mid. I would also keep looking one time on the wave bot to see what's going on there.
Okay.
Because you wanna know what's going on there. But this is good, obviously, this is good.
Okay.
Because here, after you push, you have 2 plays. Take 2 plates, recall, take 2 plates, go bot because I have a freeze. Take 1 plate, go bot because it's an urgency to take to freeze here if it's like coming into you. So I don't know how is your wave on bot lane. So I don't know what to tell you. But just as a rule of thumb, I think it's good to look there, because if you have a freeze that is urgently pushing into you, like 10 minions to 4 or 3, then you can get 1 plate, go bot, don't recall, and just you have the tempo. Or you can take 2 plates, recall, and go bot if it's not like that. Or you can just take 1 plate, recall and go there, or 1 plate, just go there instantly. But again, you're not checking the wave, so you don't take as much information as you should have from that.
I understand.
So I don't know how is your wave bot, but it feels like, let's see. Okay, good. Very, very, very good. Yeah, I don't like that you're pushing this wave. So again, I would look to bot lane, because the reason why I don't like that you're pushing this wave is because how is this wave right now?
It's slow pushing into...
Exactly. Exactly. It's slow pushing into Yasuo, so this is beneficial for him. So then same thing. FK bot, or like move bot, see what's going on with the wave, calculate if you need this wave to get an extra item, and if you don't need to, you don't have to stay. So this is like grandmaster thought process gameplay, or like challenger. Like everything has a reason, you know. You pushed, but the problem is that Yasuo has to go mid. If you don't push, and this wave is coming into him, he goes mid, right? And then you can go bot, or you can recall and go bot. Because you don't like staying mid lane that much.
But isn't it worth for what I've taken?
For what you've taken? But so what can you get here? Because the thing is, where is the enemy jungle? Where is the echo? Because the whole time you don't know where is the echo. That's the thing, you're flipping a coin. And this is a very easy game. But where is echo? Because he can W over the wall and stun you at any given time. Especially, you know, he can E like this, right? He can W, E flash on you, and to Kiana. Flash. Because now it's worth, yeah, but if Echo is right here behind you, you're just dead.
That is true.
Just have to be very careful with unnecessary risks. And now you word it, yeah, true, but I have no idea what this Echo is doing. Yeah, exactly. He was very late. He was very, very late. I see. So you ended up dying still. I see. Definitely you can play with a lot more purpose and a lot more reason behind of your plays.
I agree. I just didn't think about going bot, and so you can see that by the fact that I didn't even check the wave.
Yes. Then you pushed. Then you kept pushing. I see. So it's fine. You go mid. You have to go mid because Yasuo is getting pranked, and you have to fix the wave. You could also pet the bot, but it's fine to just fix the wave. This is good. You're fixing the wave. You just crushed. This is good. This time you check the wave bot, and after this you have 2 options. What are those options?
Taking the plate, or I mean, I feel like I could go out to Herald.
True. So take plate or take Herald, move it into top lane, but I feel like you're gonna share XP like this, so I don't think it's that worth it. So personally, you also have got going bot, right? Yasuo just died.
Yeah, I thought also that, but just I didn't say it because I feel like there could have been like people yet, but
On bot?
yes,
Okay,
but
so let's see.
they probably have recalled
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because look,
the
they are bot
reality.
lane right now. Echo is bot, Kiana is bot, and now no one is bot. So if you push this wave, and then if Rel is freezing, you see that wave bot? If Rel is freezing that, you can just go right now. Because you see, by pushing there, okay, well, sorry. By pushing here, I think you can get caught. You do have this word, but Pyke is super mobile and you have no sums. So I feel like you're taking very unnecessary deaths. Oh shit, that's right. Okay, so you see you have 6 deaths per game.
Yeah.
This is your playstyle. You're playing super aggro. 9 deaths on Zeri, 4 on Zaya, 5.8 on Ezreal. So it is a relatively high. It's not high, but it is a relatively high. So I think if you go in high elo, you will get games where you might die. So be careful, because I think you're a very good player. So now you are outplaying them mechanically, but you might have problems like later on, because you don't, like in this situation, you're so, look at this, exactly what I was saying. If Pyke is playing the game, he always does this, and you have no counterplay. Look at this. And if you go into Echo, it's just GG.
Yeah, but Echo wasn't bot in this case.
Well, yeah, 20 seconds ago. Look at this. You saw Echo bot, now you saw Echo bot lane, and then he's in the brush. Look at this. So now you see Echo bot.
I just don't feel that he has the time to be there.
To go to mid?
Like instantly.
Oh, yeah.
Like in this case, I feel like he's getting out of the base.
Okay, let's see. So
here he is like on the next.
He's bot. Okay, he's
recalling
bot.
Yet.
Now he's pressing recall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now he's in base.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he's using his E, he's around here. The first Nexus towers. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, right now he should be around the second tower, right? Okay, second tower. Okay, where should he be right now?
In the
Look at
like on the
where should he be right now?
Eastern part, like around the under the walls, maybe flanking me.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful, like just keeping an eye on him, and be very, very careful when you take. And this one, be careful when he's right there. Overall, very good kiting. Played it good. And then let's see what we're gonna do. Right here, we're gonna go for the Herald. Okay. So here, what is your thought process, by the way?
I just didn't know where at what HP Vayne was, so I just randomly ulted her because in case she was low HP, I wouldn't got a kill.
Ulted?
Yes. I didn't put the camera on her, so I didn't know how many HP.
Okay, yeah. But why? So right now, why are we not just recalling here? Why are we staying here? It's a very coin flip, big coin flip. Look at you, look at you. You have 1.8k gold. You have no. You see how much time you're wasting?
Probably my thought process here was to recall once the Drake timer was like 1 and 20, 1 and 10, but this is kind of coin flip, I see.
Yeah, like why do we need that when you can just recall now, and then yes, the Drake is gonna be 140, but you will have time to get wolves and another wave, and then you go for the Drake. Like you have time to do something else in the meantime. Raptors are spawning in 20, so if you recall, you take wolves, raptors, then you take wave mid, and then you're gonna go at the Drake. So there is no reason to overextend on the map right now to lose time when you know that top fight is super far. You need 1225 for the item. You have 1747. So I would only stay if you need one more wave to get like PD or something, like something huge, you know, because this is a risk, you wasting time here. Like you don't need to waste your tempo just for a play that doesn't matter. Like this play doesn't matter. You're super far there. Even if you're gonna get there, it doesn't matter. And now you should just reset. Right now, this is just getting very bad. Because even if you get this wave, you don't really get anything extra. Maybe you can get double longsword instead of one longsword. And now you just pat the bot. You see this? You should just recall instantly. What is this? Why are we patting there? You really should start ignoring this. You hesitated with the recalls so much here. This is not good.
That is true.
And then you return to bot lane. Finally. Or do you go? Okay, this is fine. He has Shilba on Yasuo, so he's always gonna win 1v1.
Yeah.
So it's good. Let's see what you're gonna do. So you have to stay left hand side, play with the support. Good W. Good ghost. Good. Okay, you played it pretty okay. Let's see. Good. Good W. Good E. That's fine. Forgot about the potion. Ghost is super early, which is very nice. You try to dodge. Again, you forgot about the potion. Yeah, overall it's fine. You played it okay. Then you just go
I didn't think that I would forget about the potions so often.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a micro thing. Then you stay on the Drake, you just help. It's pretty good. Then you just finish it. You see what Yasuo did here? He lets you to finish the Drake. I'll do that for him. If you have a DPS here and he has shield bow, I'll just let him finish when the Drake is 1.5, I'll just leave. Because you don't need to stay here. Look at him. Drake is 1.5, he leaves. You should have done that. Because you're lower. You don't need to stay here, right? You can just get someone over the wall, I don't know, Echo, or someone like randomly popping. I don't think you can be here right now. But just as a rule of thumb, just be efficient with your time. There are some situations when you have like Zac here and you have to finish the Drake with him. That's all okay. But in situations when you have like Yasuo or like Yon or like someone with like Infinity Edge or, you know, Shield Bow, just when the Drake is 1k, leave. When the Drake is 2k, leave. Right now, Echo is dead, Pyke is dead, Vayne is dead, so you can do that. Of course, I'm not saying you do that when they are alive, because they're gonna finish the Drake slower, you're gonna go mid and they're all gonna die. But in this situation, you can do that, because Echo is still on the death timer, so you can easily do that.
Okay.
Then you go to mid. Okay. That's fine. Good. You go to mid. Then you pat the bot. This is good. You ulti, you pat a little bit to bot, and then you go back to mid. That's good. That's good. It's very good. And then here, you're trying to pat the bot, and then you go to the red buff. That's fine. You take the red buff. This is good. I like that you actually hover the play and you pat there. This is really good. Then you pat to bot lane again. This is really good. Then you go back to mid lane. Okay, that's fine. Catch the wave mid. And after you catch the wave mid, you go to bot. It's very, very good. Just play for the next Herald. Super good. Very, very nice. Montage play. What are you gonna do after? You have Infinity Edge right here. Don't go bot, go mid, yes. Push mid tower. Transition it into Herald. Take the Raptors. Okay, cool. Another wave, sure, cool. Okay, I don't like that you had the pattern to actually hit the tower here. You can't really get the tower here, right? Look at this. Like, you got the kills, you have some, like, they are dead, 30 seconds. And with this time, 24 seconds, look at the dead timers. You push mid, 1 wave, 2 waves. What's next?
I can wait the wave. I could wait that the wave comes and to attack tower, but probably the best play is to recall.
Yeah, but Herald is 10 seconds.
You say that I could go straight to Herald?
Yeah, they just respawn right now. You have Kraken Slayer, the Herald is gonna respawn. You can do it relatively fast. If prior top lane, Yasuo is winning against Kiana most guaranteedly. Kiana doesn't have TP. I think you can easily do that. Plus, what's their engage? Because even if they try to TP with Gwen, they have Echo, Gwen, Pike Hook is the engage, but it's not really. And you already have a lead anyway, so you can reset. But since Amumu already committed and he has his stuff, Railway has still ultimate, you have flash up, I think you can do that. But you woke up for nothing because you're never gonna get a tower. Even if you chunk this tower like this, it just doesn't matter. It's just time wasted. If you can't take the tower, there is no reason to really stay for it.
It makes sense.
Like you see these auto attacks, you don't need to go for them. Like, why are we staying here? This is the only chance they have to flash on you when you have 2k gold. They have a small chance to win. Like this shouldn't even exactly what I was saying. Don't tell me you're gonna die here. Okay, this is not worth. Because they got the shutdown. God bless it wasn't on Vayne. So this could have costed you. You see this?
Yeah, that is true.
Be very careful, man. Because you're gonna go in higher elo and you're gonna lose. You're gonna win the lane and then lose the game because of these things. Because you're a very good player mechanically with a lot of potential. But if you're gonna play like this and die a lot, because you will die a lot more than in Diamond 1. Diamond 1 is just tutorial. Like Diamond 1 is, nowadays Diamond 1 is just okay elo, but it's like, for you specifically, for example, Claudio, I think you can beat Diamond 1 only by mechanics, no brain really. So Diamond 1 is very bad for you.
What could I achieve with my macros?
You can achieve more, it just depends on your macro. Because it doesn't matter if your micro is like master tier, if your macro is like lower. Same thing right here, look. You push mid, this is really good. You have 4 people on bot lane. 1, 2, 3, 3 people on bot lane. There is no reason to go to top lane to Gwen. Let him be and go to bot lane and force a fight bot. Rel has flash, she has ult, we have Yasuo ult. We can just force a play here. We're almost always, no matter what, gonna win the fight. We can take an inhibitor, and if we lose inhibitor on top, you can just group top 5 people and just push there. Like you shouldn't really look to go to top here. I would use the rule, go on the lane where most of the people are. Like you don't need to play with the weak side Garen, because Garen is just Garen. Hector, hey man, I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay.
Let's see. And you should also FK here before taking the decision to go top. Let's see if you do it. Yeah, no, you don't do it. You should FK bot. First of all, you should FK now. As you're pushing this wave, you should already decide if you want to go top or if you want to go bot. FK bot, FK top, analyze, take the information, analyze what is happening, and then you just take the decision of going top or going bot based on your judgment, based on your camera, based on the information that you've got. If you don't FK, you're never going to take good decisions.
Okay.
You see, they are just forcing a fight in the jungle. They are getting deep vision. Yeah, they just got a kill, and now look, we should have been there. Because top lane, you're never gonna be able to. Imagine you go to top and Echo is gonna catch you. That's in play, right?
Yes.
It's very in play. So be very careful. And then the game is just over right here, I think. Like right now, it's gonna be hard for them to just come back unless you guys. Yeah, this is a very low quality game, and there are 60 kills in an 18 minutes game in Diamond. In high Diamond.
Yeah.
It's like very crazy. Very, very crazy. I think BT here is very good. I think the shield is gonna be helping you really hard in this case. Okay. Good. And that is the game, or okay, there is more.
I kinda griefed it. I could have ended, but I went for the greedy play, if I don't remember wrong.
Oh, this one? Ah, okay, I see. You went for the montage play. That's fine. That's fine. You know, sometimes you're gonna go for these things. Okay, so let's see what we learned from this coaching session. So let's see, what are the most important things that we learned from this coaching session? Let's see. Let's see. So what are the most important things?
Decision making as I get into the mid game to not die this many times by risking useless plays.
Okay, decision making. Everything has to have a purpose. Don't autopilot into playing away of the win con. Like if the win con is getting bot tower with the team, do that. Don't play with Garen side lane. Recall timings in mid game. Check to see how much gold you need for the big power spike, and only overextend for low risk high reward play, especially because you have 2k gold. You didn't need to go to top lane to the Gwen because it's a high risk low reward. The risk is Echo is catching you on the river, reward is maybe we kill Gwen, but if you don't kill Gwen it's like iffy because, like, you know, okay, kill Gwen, but you have 2k gold. Like, you could have just get recall and get Kraken Slayer.
Yes.
So you didn't really need to do that. You do have like Ghost more often, right? Because you're using okay, I mean potion as well more often.
Even earlier, no?
Okay.
Sometimes
Yes, and earlier. What else?
Something related to micro.
True. Micro. Using auto attacks and not hesitating with the movement. So this analysis, there might be a lot of mistakes because this is just your gameplay, and I was thinking, okay, this guy is a grandmaster player, what should he look like? So this is like grandmaster analysis. So auto attacking and not hesitating with the movement, perfect. Plus Champer uses E on Jinx usage. This is huge, and lots of little things. I think that all of the things that you are bad at are just little things, but I feel like the recall timings and the decision making is quite huge.
Okay.
Because you have a lot
Another
of decisions.
thing that oh, sorry.
Please.
I feel that another thing that could holding me back is my, I don't know if I should call it confidence, but sometimes I am not sure whether or not my play is good. So if I do it, I tend to hesitate while doing it.
I see.
And sometimes I don't even do it.
I see. So the easiest way to improve this is just do the play. You're gonna die and reflect on it. Ask yourself, was it a good play? Was it a bad play? And if you don't know on the moment, just go on the replay. Don't queue again for next game. Go in the replay. Just download the game. And then ask yourself, just look at the game, pause, and ask yourself, what are the advantages? Take a piece of paper or notepad or something. And say, what are the advantages of this play? Risk, reward. And what are the disadvantages? And see if the play is good. You do it on the replay. And then next game, you already will know more. Yes, you might die more, but at least you might know more about the game. So testing limits with the purpose of learning is not bad, as long as you're not like inting.
Okay.
So, but you have to reflect on it. You have to say, okay, I died. What did I die? What made me die? Okay, good. Okay, I don't know. Let me play the game. Let me focus on the present, and I'm gonna look at the replay. And you just note, like you write down minutes 13 Jinx game, and you just after the game you just look at that. Like you want to make sure, one, you reflect on it, like you ask yourself what you could have done better there and if the play was good, and two, you write it down so you make sure you don't forget about it.
All right.
That's how I do it. So yeah, that's do you have any more like maybe questions about like I think you need to play minimum 50 games on AD carry and watching the session one more time to assimilate what we learned today, really.
Yeah, I think so. what could I improve about the teamfight stuff. But I would like to speak it like theoretically,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like someone have already spoken about it to me, but I'm not sure that I am very prepared on the argument.
On summon spells or what?
On team fighting in general. Like, I know that I should be afraid about the threats. Like, I learn how to recognize them.
Okay.
I am currently learning how, while I am in the team fight, to take a look and okay, they use these, so the other threat now is that, like something like that. After that, what I would like to do is always in the team fight, learning what my teammates' abilities can do, can interact with the enemies ones,
Okay.
and I would like to work a lot on this. And what do you think I could do for improve this process, like the speed of it?
Step number 1, do more VOD review on your gameplay and try to ask yourself what you could have done better in specific situations. Step number 2, play more support and mid. Support can open your eyes with like how the bot lane should be conducted and how it should be played better. Step number 3, play more mid lane. By playing more mid lane, you're gonna have a very broad, holistic vision about the game and how the game should be played at a very fundamental basis. These are 3 things. You can make accounts and you can get master tier on mid and support, and if you can do it, I think you should be very, very happy about it.
I should maybe write it down. So the 2 and 3 were to play support and mid, no?
Yeah, support mid. Well, 1, do more VOD review for your games. 2 is play more mid and AD carry. And 3 is simply watching pro players, I think, and watching pro players on multiple roles.
3 is looking at more pro players, right?
Yeah, pro players and point of view, and just looking to see. And you can do a lot of stuff if you want, like as in, when I look at pro players, I do look always at 360p. Like I always look very low quality, so I can actually focus on the fundamental idea behind their gameplay, not the little frog on the river that is moving, you know. 2, I always I try to look at least 2-3 times one VOD, because when you look at 2-3 times one VOD, like one game, the same game of Gumayushi, you will find out other things that are very small that you might not see the first time when you're looking at the gameplay, and you study the game really hard, like that. But I think the easiest thing is just to play other roles and to just watch streams of the guy that you like, the role that you play, watching different roles. And if you want to be king, you should watch different regions, because China plays different in SoloQ than West and then Korea as well. So you can do a lot of adjustments about this.
Okay, yes, I do agree. What do you think I could do for improving my decision making? Just getting into the VOD review and analyzing it as much as I can.
Yeah, and then compare yourself with the high-elo players.